It is now 20 minutes before the hour. When it comes to basketball, the University of Texas at El Paso is the little college that could. Coach Don Haskins has been here for 31 years. 14 of those years, the team has made the NCAA tournament. But he will be remembered best, I think, for his team in 1966. The college was known as Texas Western then, and Coach Haskins' team beat Kentucky 72-65 to win the national title. But more important, in a day when few Southern schools had many black players and no team dared start 5 blacks, Coach Haskins had 5 starting black players. They won the national championship, and at that point, all the barriers came down in college athletics. And it's good to have you with us. It's a great treat to meet you here.
It's nice to be here.
Followed your teams for a long time. Did you realize at the time that you were pioneering, in effect?
No, you know, I was young, and I didn't think about anything but playing the best players that I had on my team.
I had tickets to that final in College Park, Maryland, and I was aware of it at the time. The press was talking about it. And Coach Rupp from Kentucky said, I remember at the time, no 5 blacks are going to beat Kentucky.
You know, I don't really recall him saying that. I heard that later, and actually there wasn't a lot made of the black and white thing until after the game. I don't think anybody thought that we would win, and it just happens, and all due respects to those players, but I felt that we could beat them a lot more than they could beat us. Maybe that year we couldn't have beat Kansas every time, and New Mexico. I thought they were real great teams, but you know, Kentucky did not have a large player. Pat Riley, Dampier, and Connolly, they were all small.
Right.
And we were a little larger than that team, and of course I guess they probably hadn't played against maybe a black team, but you know, Charlie, out in the West at that time, everybody had black players. You know, New Mexico, right up the road, New Mexico State, Arizona State, you know, Oregon State. It wasn't a you know, it wasn't a big deal, and we didn't play anybody in the South, so it was not that big a deal.
Pat Riley, you mentioned, of course, now coach of the New York Knicks. Did you get mail after that? I gather you did.
I got a lot of mail.
Hate mail. Hate mail?
I got mail. I think it opened my eyes. I had no idea that that it was like that. You know, in this part of the country, it wasn't.
I know you had a 25th reunion of the team recently. Did you talk at all about the fact that how that team really may have changed basketball?
I think it was the first time that I had ever talked to them because, you know, it took a few years, like the Southwest Conference, no black players, and about 3 or 4 years later, I'm looking in the paper, and when they got, you know, their first team, all-conference team,
well,
is all black.
Fellas like Harry Flournoy and Bobby Joe Hill, who were right over your left shoulder, may have had something to do with all of that. 2 of your starters here, is that right?
How you doing, Harry? Good to see you.
Same here.
How you doing, Bobby Joe?
How are you?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Hanging in there, big guy.
How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
He said not much was made of it at that time. True?
Well, yes and no. You know, I think that a lot was made of it. You know, I think that a lot of people maybe blew it out of proportion.
Were you guys very aware of it at the time?
Now it's just a game, just business. Gotta win, that's it.
7-point win, I should say, as well. Tell me what he was like as a coach.
He's the true bear.
If I had to describe Don Haskins in one word, it would be intense. He's a very intense coach.
No matter how long you're out of school, you're still always scared of the coach, aren't you?
Yes.
Don Haskins here, Bobby Joe. Harry, thank you for joining us. Good Morning America will continue. It's now 16 minutes before the hour.